It was pretty clear early on after doing an audit that the things that were not up to snuff were pretty clear. Everyone was pretty consistent on it. The visuals was an area that we obviously took dings on. We've done great things to improve that. But bigger than that, it was the core combat, core gameplay, and it was really focusing on that. It was making sure the player always felt powerful. And then there was also, I mean, the combat itself. You were constantly being hit by off-screen enemies. You never quite felt like you were in control. So those were the big things. The other thing that we really learned that we wanted to fix was we gave you a whole bunch of Legos and we always dumped them out and we said, hey, there's fun, find it in the Lego pile. And this time we really want to make sure that we tutorialize things, we dole things out in a more structured gameplay and really reinforce to the player that they can learn how to play with that toy and really become successful with that toy before we move on. So Prototype 2 pretty much picks up 14 months after the events of the first game, and basically Sergeant James Heller is a man who comes back from the wars and the New York that he loved is destroyed. It's been taken over the virus. He is convinced that Alex is the complete cause of that, and he's a man with nothing to lose, and basically finds himself in a face-to-face situation with Alex, and that's pretty much where Prototype 2 really starts. Is the infection of Sergeant James Heller and Sergeant Heller's journey on finding the truth. So the first game took place in all of Manhattan, or a caricature of Manhattan, where this game is, it'll actually be broken up into different areas. Two of the areas will be places that people have never seen, and one of the areas will be familiar but not the same of what they've seen in the past. We're at no shortage of ideas for what we can do with Prototype, and the new powers at your disposal obviously are they're leveraged from what other things exist out there but are not directly Prototype. We've taken out some of the moves that left the player confused because we want to make sure the player knows what to do, but there's no shortage and there's no shortage of ideas. Being able to make the world go to 11 and then turn the corner and shapeshift and drop it back down to 2, all that gameplay is still there. What's really changed in the game structure is in the first game you had to go to your employers, and in Prototype 2 we've basically given you contacts, and the contacts allow you to drive the game and allow you to drive the narrative. So Prototype 2 will be coming on Xbox 360, Sony PlayStation 3, and the PC in 2012.